Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another Conquerors Blade video. This time around, we're looking at some tips, tricks, hints, and a little bit of a guide into how to actually level up your units as quick as you can. Now, this guide is going to be looking at both premium and free ways of actually leveling up your units. You can obviously do everything free. It will just take a lot longer than actually having either a premium account or unit experience cards, that kind of thing. But I'm going to go into that in a little bit more depth in just a second. If you've not actually caught one of my earlier videos about what top 5 units you definitely need to have, no matter what stage you are in the game, definitely go back, have a look at that video, because that gives you a good glimpse and a good insight into actually what kind of units you want to be rocking, especially early game. And in combination, in conjunction with this guide as well, you're going to be learning how to actually level them up as quick as you can. So, starting off with the current like tokens and stuff that are in the game at the minute. So, if you are lucky enough to get a few of these, they are going to make your life considerably easier. Now, you have things like the Marshal's Handbook and the Super Unit Experience tokens. If you can get your hands on these, definitely do not choose these other than for the thief raids, which is what I'm going to go into in a minute. On your daily logins, you will get unit experience cards, you will get hero experience cards as well. Feel free to use these whenever, but to be honest, if you want to be getting the most experience that you possibly can, save these for when you're going to be doing the thief raids as well, because they actually stack on top of whatever else you're using. So you've got things like your super unit experience cards, your normal unit experience cards, you've got things like your Marshal's Handbook as well, all of which are stackable. They stack on top of each other. The unit experience cards you can actually purchase out of the store, which is quite useful as well. Now you have your mercenary units as well. Mercenary units will give you a 10% buff to bronze, to unit experience, to hero experience. Very, very useful. Now, these guys you can either buy for sovereigns, or you can spend a buttload of silver to actually unlock them. I have covered these previously in a video, but it was somewhat a bit of time ago now. The too long didn't read is, if you're going to be picking up one of these units, either pick up the Martin Lattori or the Black Dragon Pikeman. I will be doing a more in-depth video about these guys in the very near future. But if you're looking at getting a mercenary unit, get one of those two. Do not bother getting any of the other ones, because their buff will only go on once. So even if you're bringing 5 of these units to the battle, their buff only is applicable once. It does not stack or anything, so you may as well just get one of the units. So, right now, we have what's known as a thief raid. These are incredible for unit experience. You do have to work along with your team, especially if you guys, or especially if you or some of your other guys in that team are bringing lower tier units. You are going to have to play a little bit cooperatively to actually get through some of these thief raids, because this thief raid will either put you into an easy, a medium, or a hard rebel camp. They're not the rebel camps that we used to know them as, and they're not the rebel camps that you can actually still go out into the world and try and battle, but these do count as rebel camps for any quests you have as well, which is quite useful. But the thief raids, you can do a maximum of 5 of these per week to gain 100% of the rewards. You can carry on doing them after that 5. However, once you actually hit that limit of 5 per week, you will not get anything from doing these battles, so it is completely pointless doing any after the 5, so don't waste your time. Now, stack your unit experience cards. Make sure you're bringing your mercenary unit into battle for this thief raid. Everything that will give you extra unit experience, use it, pop it just before you go into a thief raid, because this will allow you to be getting the most experience you can out of these battles. Now, obviously, because this is a battle and your rewards are dependent on how well you do, you want to be racking up the unit kills, you want to be going and capturing points, and you want to be participating in these battles as much as you can. Just sitting back AFK right at the start, you ain't going to be getting many rewards, so you need to be actually participating in this, being active in this, getting as many unit kills as you can, and as many like bronze, silver, gold medals as well in the battle, because actually the more of those you get, the more your rewards will be. One thing that I really want to note and point out to you though, which I think a few people do fall foul of, take obviously whatever unit you want to level into your warband and make sure at some point during that battle you actually deploy it. If you do not deploy that unit, I believe it's only about 10 or 20% of the unit experience that they will get for that battle. If you deploy them, they will obviously get the 100%, plus a load of experience will also go into your shared unit experience pool, which is very, very useful. And it is an incredible feature which has come about in the last few months, which has made leveling units such a damn sight easier. But I'm going to explain that a little bit more in a minute. Make sure that you deploy the unit you are leveling. If you just literally leave them and you don't deploy them at all during the battle, they will not be getting as much experience as they would have done being deployed. You don't need to actually start off with this unit, but you need to go over to a supply point and then deploy the unit if you want to be getting as much unit experience for them as you can. So, going through the battle, doing everything you can, racking up the unit kills, racking up all the capture points and participating in those battles as best you can is the best way of getting the best rewards for it. Now, when you actually get to the victory screen, this will obviously tell you how well you've done and what you get for the battles. So, the yellow icon is the hero experience, the blue icon is the unit experience, and the purple icon is the shared experience. Obviously, the yellow experience token is all about actually how much your characters just leveled up in that battle. The blue unit experience token is shared between any units that are not currently maxed and have been deployed in that battle. Any units that have not been deployed will take a certain percentage of this. It's very, very low. Any units that have been deployed will take more of this. The purple shared experience though is probably the biggest one that you want to be looking at, trying to put in and get as much out as you can. So if you are really participating in those battles and you're racking up those kills, you're going to be getting quite a substantial amount of unit experience, shared experience from the reward screen. So just in this battle alone, I pulled out just over 150,000 shared unit experience, which is insane. It's 300,000 unit experience to level up a unit one level past, I believe it's like level 10 or level 12. Once that unit level like cap hits, it then costs you 300 experience or 300,000 experience to actually level that unit up one level. But looking at my shield maidens as I'm leveling these gals up, because I have such an amount of shared unit experience saved up, I actually leveled these gals up 3 levels just in one click of a button. Like, that is insane. Before like any of the shared unit experience and these FIFA raids and everything, that would have probably taken you 3 or 4 days to level up that much. Now you can do it so much quicker, and actually it's still very depending on how much you participate in the battles. You still need to be really participating to be getting the best out of it, but it just allows you to actually level up units a lot quicker. And plus as well, because it's shared unit experience, you could be leveling up units you've not even taken into battle, which is a really nice thing, because actually it saves you having to take specifically the unit you want to level up into battle like we used to have to. It's a little bit more forgiving nowadays, and you can kind of get away with just leaving these guys out of your warband and just leveling them through your barracks. Obviously you don't learn how to play the units, it's not the most preferred way of doing it. Better to play with the units, to learn the units, to actually understand their strengths, their weaknesses, everything like that. But if you want to actually level up 2 units at once, you take them 1 into battle, you leave them 1 in your barracks, and you can be leveling both of them up at the same time. So FIFA raids, shared unit experience are the biggest ways of doing it. Once you have actually finished those FIFA raids, those 5 FIFA raids for the week though, right now go into Hedging Forward, because these battles will give you the similar, or if not the same kind of results from a siege battle as a normal siege battle. However, these battles are a lot quicker. When you are grinding, when you're leveling, when you're trying to gain as much experience as you can, you want to be hitting battles and finishing battles as quick as you can after like 5 or 10 minutes, just so you're really kind of redeeming as many rewards as you can. These battles are pretty quick in comparison to normal siege battles. This is definitely the preferred way of grinding right now after you do those initial 5 thief quests. I'm going to leave this video here. This should give you a little bit of a glimpse into actually how to really power level your units up and get them leveled up. Remember as well, with the shared unit experience pool, you can only hold 1 million shared unit experience, so make sure that actually before you hit that cap you are using it, because else you're just going to lose it, because it will turn into a very poor conversion rate of bronze. So once you go over that cap, it turns into bronze. Trust me, you'd much rather be having it as experience, so make sure you're using all that unit experience, that shared unit experience, before you hit that 1 million cap. Easy, fairly quick way of doing it nowadays. It's a far more rewarding system, I believe, as well, rather than just taking one unit into battle over and over and over again for weeks on end to try and level them up like I had to with my Reapers. It's such a better system nowadays. You just got to kind of know how to play around with it a little bit. So, like I said, I'm going to leave this video here. If you have any suggestions, if you have any hints, tips or advice for newer players as well, make sure you leave that down in the comments below for people. Thank you very much for watching, folks. I hope this has helped most of you, if not all of you, into actually learning how and the best ways of leveling up your units fairly quickly. If you have enjoyed this one, please do let me know down in the comments below. Hit that like button, hit that sub button, share this video around to everyone that you think is going to be beneficial of receiving this video, anyone in your house and such like that. Thank you very much for watching, folks, and I hope to catch you out on the battlefield.